I have never seen this look on my father's face before. This look that is a mix of shock and disbelief and horror and what did you just say to me? And even though I'm only a child, I know I never should have spoken to him like that. And I know now that I have to run as fast as I can. It must be nearly Christmas time because that's the time of year when I get a new Lego set. Being a November baby means hitting pay dirt for 2 months of the year and then having to endure a 10-month-long purgatory before the next big gift opportunity. So this story has to have happened sometime around my 11th birthday, November 6th, 1982. I asked for the Lego castle, not the old school yellow Lego castle, not the newer black and gray Lego castle of today. But I didn't get that Lego castle. My mom searched everywhere for it, and I didn't get it for 2 years. So as consolation, this year I get Lego Space Technic 6950. You know this set, right? It's the one with the yellow plastic cab and not the one with the blue plastic control center with the space monorail that looks like a Vancouver SkyTrain. That's 6990. 6950 is the one with the rocket launcher. It's got a rocket launcher that's as long as the vehicle itself, and with that yellow plastic cab on the front, a blue and gray winged vehicle. The rocket is black and white. It's on a swivel and it's got a double hinge so it folds right out so the rocket can set down on the ground, and it's got those new skinny yellow hinges, those awesome new hinges with the red lights and the black antennae on top. And the best part is the wheels, which are 8 big black tires. They're in pairs and they're independently suspended. This thing can drive over anything. So my father and I are on the living room floor on our stomachs building Lego Space Technic 6950. And my 3 sisters are, who cares? One is in her room and 2 are off with friends or something. My mom is probably folding laundry or ironing. That's this perpetual image I have of her from my childhood, sitting on the couch surrounded by piles of laundry, right? With 4 of us kids, there's a lot of that to go around. Or she's sitting ironing behind her ironing board with the tennis on. Anyway, my dad and I are on the carpet and we're building this Lego set, and one of us is building the Lego set. He's trying patiently to encourage me to follow the instructions, right? That's the beauty of model building. Any model, you have this picture where you're headed, all the pieces that you're going to put together, and the instructions that you have to follow step by step. And I'm doing my best, and he's doing his best with patience. And finally, I get to the last step on page 12, and my father's rolled over on his side and is sort of lying like a whale-like heap. He's probably snoring at this point. And I clip that black blaster into that little yellow hand, and I take those 2 smiling little Lego men and put them in the cab, and they're so happy to now be exploring this lunar landscape, those tires going up and down and down and up as they rumble up Dad's leg and up onto the hip and down the small of the cliff and onto the planetary carpet. They jump out of the cab and they climb up the back up to the top of the peak. And that's when the lunar landscape stirs and rolls over and crushes their spacecraft, shattering it back into 202 individual pieces. And as I stand up and drop those 2 yellow smiles to the floor, I clench my fists and my body in a rage, and I don't know what happens, but something in my 11-year-old brain's center for reason and judgment just snaps. And I yell at my father, "You fire-trucking grasshole!" And that is exactly what I said to him, except for the ire-tra and the gr parts. "You fire-trucking grasshole!" And my father, now fully awake and rested from his nap on the orange medium pile, looks at me with that look that I still can't describe to this day, that look that maybe you've seen when you were 11 years old and boldly going where no sibling had gone before. He looks at me with that look, and I know I am going to be spanked. I'm not going to stop and debate the merits of spanking. It was a rare thing in our house, but when it happened, it was a hand on our bare bottom, and it was highly effective. I know I have to run, and I take off, and the only thing that saves me from getting hit right away is that he's got to stop and pull a gray wing from between his belt and his back. And I take off, my little legs cartoon churning as I dart past him. And I feel the tips of his fingers on my shoulder as my hand catches the wall at the tops of the stairs. And the G-force as my body turns 90 degrees suddenly. And I hurl myself all Billy Elliot down the stairs to the first landing. And then I turn for the second set. I feel his hand come over the banister and just about get me as I slide down on my bottom, slamming into the wall at the bottom of the basement stairs. And I'm thinking, stay low. My dad's footsteps thundering down the second flight behind me. And I'm going down the basement hallway, and I think, this is going to be close. Instinct kicks in, and I push my right hand off the wall. My body kind of crams into the door frame as I bounce backwards into the bathroom. My left hand swings wildly, and thank God catches the door, slamming it shut. I just get the door shut, lock the little handle. My dad's fist pounding on the outside of the door. And between the poundings, I managed to get that stupid little bolt closed. What good is that going to do? I'm pretty sure he's coming through the door any second. And then another set of footsteps somewhere in the house, and it's my mother. She's left her ironing in the tennis, and I can hear her, my Hail Mary full of grace, my last hope. She's coming down the stairs, and I'm in the bathroom. My dad is pounding, and I'm open this door. I'm not going to open this door. And my mom is there now outside the door trying to soothe him and calm him down because he's not like this. I had a very happy childhood. Somehow she calms him down, and she soothes him, and I don't know how long I stayed in that bathroom, but it was an 11-year-old eternity. And I'm pretty sure it was about 2 weeks before I was allowed to play with Space Technic 6950 again. Thank you.